Okay, I think we're all back, and thank you, councillors, and the community should be online for our Infrastructure Planning and Environment Committee meeting for Monday, the 9th of March 2026. So we'll start with the opening affirmation acknowledgement of country. Councillor Hudson.
Sorry, I thought
Councillor Callaghan, you can start with the affirmation.
Sure. We gather to represent the people of Albury who have entrusted us with this task. May our efforts be blessed with insight, wisdom and common sense. May our personal values give us honesty and courage to serve our community effectively and with respect for all.
Thank you. Councillor Hudson.
Thank you. We would like to acknowledge the Wiradjuri people as the traditional custodians of the land that we meet upon today and pay our respects to the elders past, present and future, for they hold the memories, culture, tradition and hopes of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people that contribute to our community.
Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, I'd like to start with CM2, which is recording and webcasting the meeting. This meeting is being live streamed and recorded under Council's Code of Meeting Practice. By attending, you consent to your image and voice being recorded and published on Albury City's website. Members of the public also are reminded to refrain from making defamatory comments or disclosing personal information. Albury City is not responsible for comments made by individuals. Recordings and live streams are protected by copyright known by Albury City. No part may be copied, recorded, reproduced or transmitted without the prior written consent of the CEO. CM3, conflict of interest declarations. Mr. McGrath.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There were no conflict of interest declarations received, but if you like, I can read out the advice to the meeting about.
Excellent.
Thank you. The Environmental Planning and Assessment Act 1979, Section 10.4 requires a person submitting planning applications or submissions regarding a planning application to disclose any reportable political donation and or gifts to any local councillor or employee of council. Reportable political donations include those of or above $1,000. The disclosure statement forms are available on Council's website or from the Customer Service Centre and must be lodged in accordance with the Act. The forms are also available at the back of the chamber during meetings. There were no development applications for consideration at this meeting and accordingly no advice was required regarding specific planning matters contained in the Environmental Planning and Assessment Act 1979.
Thank you, Mr. McGrath. Apologies. Thanks, Councillor. 4.1. Thank you. Councillor King.
That council receive, note and accept the apologies of councillors Glacken and councillors Bullivant and grant them leave of absence for the part of the meeting held on 9th of March 2026.
Councillor Callaghan.
Happy to second. Thank you.
Happy to put the motion. All of those in favour? Anyone against? The motion is carried. If you recall, last week we deferred this meeting at a point in the agenda that was 10.1. But for our people looking or watching on stream, just as a process of procedure, I'm happy to move through the agenda so they understand where we start and where we finish. So we have no attendance by councillors at meeting by audio-visual link. There is CM5, there is no mayoral minute. CM6, there is no minutes of a previous meeting. CM7, there are no questions on notice. CM8, there are no notices of motion or rescission. CM9, presentation deputations, there are none. CM10, we have officers' report for consideration. 10.1, Nicholas Industrial Precinct, amendment to the Albury Development Control Plan 2010, public exhibition submissions. Thank you, councillors. Councillor Callaghan.
Thank you, Mayor Mack. I'm happy to move the recommendation that the committee recommends to Council that Council A receives and notes the contents of this report, and B acknowledges the receipt of the submissions lodged, and C adopts the amendment to the Albury Development Control Plan 2010 with changes as outlined in this report and attachment 3.
Thank you. Councillor Bukowski.
Happy to second.
Thank you. Councillor Callaghan, did you wish to speak to that?
No, thank you.
Okay. There appears to be no questions or discussion. Happy to put that motion. All those in favour? Oh, hang on. Councillor Callaghan, did you wish to close debate?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Happy to put the motion. All those in favour? Anyone against? The motion is carried. We have CM11, officers' reports for noting. There are none. CM12, notice of urgent business. Councillors, anyone with any urgent business to discuss? Okay, we'll move right on. we have CM 13 confidential matters. Council, I'd like someone to move us into confidential, if you could, please. Councillor King.
I move that council move into confidential to discuss item CM 13.1, as this is a confidential item exclusive of press or public, on the grounds that the matter is commercial information of a confidential nature that would, if disclosed, prejudice the commercial position of the person who supplied it. And the relevant Local Government Act is listed as part of this recommendation.
Thank you. Councillor Bukowski.
Wait a second, Mac.
Thank you. Happy to move that motion. All those in favour? Anyone against? The motion is carried. I'd just like to ask if there are any station submissions from the public regarding the reasons as identified for the confidential item. There are none received. I close the meeting at 7:38.